Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Car Question. Just a little video before we go into diagonal test. And by the way, we're going to take time to bring you back the Outlander that we tested, the regular gas version with the diagonal test back in the old days. And that's probably some of my oldest video that we did a long time ago. I didn't thought that you would get so much interest within those tests. So as you can see, it performed well. And I had more and more questions about that test. First of all, why you're doing it. We're not going to get into that situation. Yes, probably for like 0.002% of the life of your vehicle, you would get into one of these situations. So that won't happen often. So why do it? Because there's a big difference between this test and roller tests. I kind of like roller tests. It's kind of cool. But remember that when you're doing a test on a flat surface, so the weight of the vehicle is all equal. When I get into my diagonal test, there's a lot of weight on one and even sometimes two wheels. And it gives a real challenge. It gives the computer the real challenge to work out the power, and you need enough power also to do it and simply surpass that event. I got the comments a lot about, oh, I could do it with my two-wheel drive car anytime. See my eye there? Yep. No, you won't do it, okay? We're going to make that clear. My old Blazer doesn't like that test, and he won't do it. My old Bronco, with open differential everywhere, with 4x4, doesn't like that test. Oh, I can go right through it. Yeah, go for it, man. If you want to go right through it, I could even go right through it with the vehicle that I have. But believe me, this hill is nearly as high at me at the top of it. So guess what? It's nearly 6 foot high. So if you want to floor it and go for it, hey, no problem. There's two things that's going to happen. First of all, your bumper will go boom. A lot of pieces, and I don't like to pick up the pieces, and I don't like to pick up also the price to pay for the repair. You might pass the first step, but the next thing that's going to happen if you got high velocity is that you're going to jump it, and there you go. That might be another bumper suspension problem anyway. And you said to me, oh, you might want to use better tire. I know there's a part now that we're doing onto some gravel, and there's a part that we're doing into sand. I know these are completely different. So you might be right. Pressure might change a thing in the sand. Often the vehicle will stop because of the distribution of the power, and even with better traction, I wouldn't have made it. Even if I got some winter tires, some regular tires, some off-road tire, it couldn't change because you've got maximum grip. It's tarmac. Even with some warm out tire, there's no wet surface on those ones, so it's going to give me maximum traction. And when they're rolling and rolling, as more as the heat builds up, well, I should get better traction out of these tires. So what happened with the Outlander PHEV? You know, with so much on the electrical engine, I didn't think they were able to overcome that kind of test. And if you're going to say to me, oh, that's not going to happen to me, well, guess what? If you're going to be into sand, which is probably one of the biggest off-road challenge. And by the way, I'm not talking about a regular sand surface. I'm talking about desert. I'm talking about sand dune, you know, the kind of sand that it's really hard to turn through it and move around to get some traction. So it's where the PHEV really shows a fail. Also, same thing for the diagonal test. Even with the button, you know, that I press on the twin motor four-wheel drive lock buttons, it will give you a repartition of power front to rear. It will lock, it will reduce the reaction times between those transitions, but from side to side, it's not working. Even if the media stuff on the Mitsubishi website said it, there doesn't seem to be real connection between one side to another. And a lot of you guys told me, hey, are you gonna do it with traction control off? Guess what? I nearly killed my cameraman with the traction control off because the rocks simply fly at the speed of light because the electrical engine is giving it full power without traction control, and boom, major rock flying time. So that's about what happened. But the real question is right now, why does it perform well in snow and not in those situations where you put it through the test? Well, on snow, it's really an easy surface. It's just like a roller, you know, as soon as the wheel's gonna roll, losing traction easily. But with sand, it's real hard. With diagonal tests, it's real hard. So if the computer doesn't manage really fast enough, or isn't intelligent enough to block one wheels and give power to the other ones, well, it might not pass the test. On a roller test, it's nearly the same thing as ice or a humid tarmac surface, but our diagonal test where you've got all the weight on one wheels, it requires a lot more power to get you through that test. And the electrical engine of the Mitsubishi PHEV were not there enough. And by the way, you could have said, go with momentum, Matt, go floor it. Yep, I could, I did it. And guess what? Even when I stopped nearly on the flat surface with the work that it required, the vehicle was kind of trying to move. But the only thing that I was generating was heat from all the components inside the car, and that's how you break cars over time. So anyway, I want to know what you feel. I want to know what you think about that. I want to know if we need to improve our tests or change something. Feel free to comment in the section down there below. Do a thumbs up because you like diagonal testing, and also subscribe to Car Question because we will do more video for you guys. It's not gonna stop. Car Question is on the road to do some great stuff for you. Even if we're not Xavier Dolan, well, if you don't know who he is, feel free to Google it. But remember, super quick, fun, real, easy, entertaining stuff is what we want to do with you guys. So take care, see you another time. Subscribe.